Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at something that I've had in my collection for probably about a year and a half now. This is the Ganzo G720. This is quite a large pocket folder, so I think it's a bit of a strange one. Some people like them, some people don't. So I think what's best is let's get down on the bench. Let's take a look at this beast, and I call it the clone, or whatever you want to call it, of the line steel sort of equivalent. Let's get it down on the bench and check it out. Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing a follow-up review on the Ganzo G720. Now I've had this knife for probably a year and a bit now, and I'm still enjoying it pretty much for any sort of hard use activities. I have actually started EDCing it due to a lot of people say it's a bit too big as an EDC knife, but we're going to get into that now. And you may feel the same way, that it's a bit too heavy, or like me, you may feel that it actually is pretty good fit. So let's check that out. So first of all, this is the Ganzo G720. So the Ganzo G720 is a line steel SR1 sort of copy. I wouldn't say a clone or a fake. It's a copy of it. This blade is out of 440C stainless, and this is the lovely Makata. Now, the line steel doesn't necessarily use the same button lock mechanisms or anything like that. This is just designed off of it. So the clip is sort of designed off of it. The scales are sort of designed off of it. And of course, the blade shape is also designed off that line steel. So yes, some people would say this is a really large knife. I wouldn't particularly say that, because if I was to, for example, compare it against a Honey Badger large, you'll see that the cutting edge of these two and the size, yes, this is a bit bigger and heavier, but they're almost identical in size. So it's tricky to say that it's too big. So I wouldn't say it's too big. On the width side of things, yes, things can get a little bit interesting there. As you can see, the Ganzo is substantially thicker steel stock than the Honey Badger. But this is where I believe the Ganzo makes a really great knife, because this means this knife is extremely tough. For me, after the past sort of year of use on this, mainly as sort of a camping knife, outdoor knife, hiking, a hard use blade, is the edge retention is pretty good for a 440C stainless, A. B, the knife isn't too heavy to carry on you. You actually barely notice it. I mean, if you really want to talk about big knives, we could get absolutely ridiculous and compare this to the Formax Scout. And the Formax Scout just makes all of these knives look like toys in comparison. I mean, you're getting the drift of it. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's too big a knife. I would say it's a substantial knife if you're looking for something a little bit bigger with a little bit more power, something that can take a bit more of a beating without breaking. So yeah, Ganzo makes quite a big range of knives. Another one of theirs, which is pretty much, I would say, similar size, is the D704 made in D2. The actual blade steel is more or less the same width, just that the design of the knife comes from a different one. But we'll cover this one in a different touch-up review. I have reviewed this box and opening of this knife as well. This will also come in an upcoming video with a bit of a long-term review. I like these button lock knives because they become fidget spinners. I mean, deployment of these knives, you don't have to, I can't really get it in there, but you get the gist of it. You can literally just operate this button, let the knife fall closed, and off you go. The 720 does come in different colors, I believe. I kind of like this OD green. Again, I'm just going to go back into some of the stuff I liked about this knife, that jumping over there for your thumb. So when you open up the knife, which is ultra smooth, by the way, the lock engagement is ridiculous. I mean, this knife's still got no wiggle. You've got this great point over here to place your thumb, this jumping. So your thumb places are on there, and then you can get in quite nicely. The only problem is you can't really get up close and personal with this blade without the risk of possibly stepping onto that edge over there. And this knife comes incredibly sharp, guys. So I wouldn't risk that. But the machining on this knife, I mean, if you look inside there at the blade itself, and you'll understand why, disengage, this is ultra smooth. You know what I mean? If I was to hold this, I mean, this just falls open and close. But everything about this knife is absolutely ultra smooth. You've got this bit of a glass break here. I've never found the need to use that. And this pocket clip is a deep carry, but it does ride a bit high for my liking. I would prefer if this was a bit closer to the scales of the knife. Just my personal preference after some time. Another problem is this knife does collect a lot of fluff and dust inside it, so you have to get inside there pretty often and clean it out, and you don't really see it because of that back spacer. But besides all of that, for the money spent on this knife, this is a fantastic knife, guys. So if you are looking for something a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher, a little bit bigger than your sort of everyday carry, whether it be something like a Trevisa, let's just do a quick comparison. You've got the same cutting edge on the Trevisa, just more of a gentleman's EDC pocket folder. Let's just move this down. So you could go something light like this, but if you're looking for something bigger, this Ganzo is definitely worth the money. I mean, I absolutely love it. Another really cool Ganzo is this guy over here. Both of these are pretty much copies of other models, but there's just something about this knife that makes it stand out above all of these. This is a great knife, don't get me wrong. D2's tool steel, stonewash, amazing action. Review, like I said, to follow. But this Ganzo here, the G720, it's really done it for me in a lot of tasks, and I enjoy using it. Currently, this Ganzo has become my weekend carry or my outdoor carry, and the Trevisa Leo Minor is my, I would call it office carry, just because it's a little bit in your face, a little bit less in your face compared to the Ganzo. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys are looking for something, check out the G720. I think these can be had for between 700 and 800 Rand, brand new. You won't go wrong. It's an amazing knife. My only wish is they made these with a slightly better tool steel. But besides all of that, I have no issues with it. I've been enjoying it for the last while, and I would probably pick up more. Cheers for now, everyone.